good? We back again with another episode of Brooklyn Boyz
Radio. We got a special guest in the house today. A good friend of mine, you know what I mean? You know, I've been knowing this guy for, I don't even know, probably over 40, almost 40 years probably.
Yo, he used to wear Speedos. He ever told you this?
Nah.
Styles used to wear Speedo when we
Speedo
were kids.
cap, like, get it right, bro. Like,
Yeah, the Speedo cap. Yeah, my
cap,
bad. Oh,
cap.
shit, my bad. Yeah. He used to wear the Speedo cap. And like, that was part of his fashion.
Yeah, it was.
That was when he had them thick ass glasses?
So he didn't know me with glasses.
No.
After glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I used to wear this, because it's like a wave cap, you know what I'm saying?
It was like a wave cap for him. Like,
Yeah,
Instead
of
of
a
the
do-rag.
joint that the swimmers be wearing.
Yeah, with the
like
nylon,
the
yeah.
Speedo,
Yeah?
yeah.
Back in the
Why
day.
you ain't just wear do-rag?
That's what I would say, but that was
Because I was
his
trying to
shit.
switch up the fashion, bro. Trying to be stylish, but
And he would do that shit in rap with a Speedo cap. I was trying to take and they started wearing the goggles with the shit too. This nigga was wild.
the guy
back in
with
the
his
day.
glasses, bro.
Nah, he used to come around.
I ain't gonna lie, I seen the picture from your rap days with goggles on.
No, you don't got this nigga right here. He always
The
go to
swimming
a
goggles.
bullshit.
He stole them shit off. Yes, he did. He used to wear the swimming goggles on top of the
Never no
Speedo
swimming
cap.
goggles, bro.
Alright.
Those glasses, bro.
Yo, call what's his name?
Who you talking about, Tarek?
Nah, it's Remy. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Remy, man.
I haven't seen that dude in forever. God bless him.
Oh man, Remy called my phone all kind of nice.
does?
Oh God, Jesus
I gotta
Christ.
see Tarek.
Jesus Christ. Jesus
15
Christ.
years.
Remy
I was talking about Earth.
Oh, Earth?
Remember
Yeah,
Earth?
yeah. Well, before we even start the show real quick, I just want to give a RIP to my man. My man Sal passed away this week, man. You know, that kind of threw me off, man. I know Sal since the second grade, and always was the same cat every time I seen him, man. And that kind of just took me by surprise. You know, we the same age, you know what I'm saying? And I just tell people to get their health checked out there, man, for real, because, man, listen, we dropping off like flies just because of health issues. You know, the other day I went to go get they call that a Soren heart scan, when they take a picture of your heart and all that, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, my condolences go out to Sal and his family, and, you know, I know his cousin Asia and Leia, and shout out to his brother too, man, because he had lost a brother. He lost Ike earlier, and I think Perry's still here with us now. So I just feel sorry for him and their family, man. So, yo, much love, Sal, man. Rest in peace, man.
R.I.P.
Yeah, but Remy called me and told me Sal had passed away. He kept calling my phone, but he called my phone. You know, Remy call your phone 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
I said,
Don't give me a number.
He said, don't give him your number.
Don't give me a number. And that's how I know Cisco, by the way, by Remy. He used to bring me to Willie B to Williamsburg when I was like 13, 14 years old. And I used to go out there and I met all his friends and shit. And Cisco was probably one of the coolest friends he had. You know what I'm saying? We was in a group back then.
We gonna bring that back, Willie B. I never heard nobody call Williamsburg
Yeah,
Willie B.
Willie B back in the days.
Willie B, yeah.
We about to
They used to
bring
love
back.
that shit too. I never knew what it was. That's my first time out there. I never seen Jewish people and black people live together like
Oh
that.
yeah, back then?
Nah, cause they live. You live in the same buildings Remy live in? No buildings?
Nah.
Okay, cool.
No.
Okay, yeah, cause his buildings was like Jewish people and black people in the building. I ain't never seen that. Like it was a culture shock.
But it was like that all up and down through even Marcy and Broadway
Yeah.
and then the South Side, you know what I mean? And then as the years gone, now it's changed. Now this shit is beautiful over there. It's like gentrified.
Gentrified. It's
That's
different.
actually what, you know, the premiere that I have for the Deb's House show is actually in Williamsburg.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna definitely get to that.
I was just telling you.
Yeah, no. Actually, Remy used to teach me how to drive. He was one of the people that used to let me drive and whatnot.
Yeah, because he used to get his mom's
car at Domino Sugar.
Yeah.
You know where the Domino Sugar factory is
Yeah,
at? It's all different now.
By the water.
I used to drive back there.
That's nice over there.
It's
right?
beautiful, man.
Beautiful.
And that's like
Domino
Domino Park. Yeah.
Whole totally different place.
It's gorgeous over there,
Yeah.
man.
And then throughout the years, let me tell y'all something about Cisco though, man. Before I even get to this, man, I was telling somebody about you the other day, and I gotta tell you, this is one of the most resilient niggas I know, man. Like, I don't know nobody like this.
Oh yeah,
nigga.
you was telling me that.
No, I was telling you that. I don't know what I was telling you. Yo, this guy, man, like,
I've heard this before from other people.
if you say somebody just destined to do good shit or great shit or dope shit, it was him. And I don't mean no insult by when I say this. I never knew him for having any type of skill. Like when I'm saying skill, like rapping or singing or being production, nothing. But Cisco, all through my life, like we would disappear, come back, disappear. He always was into something. One time, this nigga had me on a float for Frito-Lay. He was making like $150,000 being the president. I'm like, what are you doing for Frito-Lay? Like, the fuck are you doing? And he had all the rappers there. Then I go out to the bars and the clubs with this nigga. He had all the Hollywood bitches with him. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? I can tell you about the fights. I see this nigga put a New York Giant nigga out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yo, listen, but that's a whole other story. Then, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I got so much fucked up stories I can say, but I can say them. But I see him do a lot of shit. And then I see him come back. He started producing music. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with music? Like, I ain't never known you to do music. Like, you like 30 years old. What the fuck you doing with music? And he just excelling it. Then he find himself on TV, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck is Cisco doing? You know, and then, you know, at one point we tried to do some business together when you had, I don't know if you still have it, but the rights to
Aaron
Hernandez story, right? We tried to work on that with Michael Hershon and Ish and whatnot.
I remember that.
Yeah, because he had
Hernandez.
Yeah, he had the rights to it, and he was working on the story. But I ain't never seen niggas can't tell me in the hood, I can't get shit happening, because this is a man right here. He always got something happening, and always had the flyest cars. Some of the baddest bitches, I ain't gonna lie. I give you your props. I give you your props. I give you your props. You know what I mean? I used to be like, damn, how's Cisco pull this nigga? Like, what the fuck is he doing? You know what I'm saying? So I just gotta give you your flowers, my nigga. And you know, I watched you throughout the years. Some of the girls called you, said you was on the creep squad. Like, I'm like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he ain't that type of nigga, man. Actually, that nigga's a lover boy. I'm gonna be honest with you. I knew he was a lover boy. So, you know what I mean? I know what TV portrayed, but my man loved deep, and I watched him. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and then I seen you become a family man and go to Atlanta and still figure shit out. Move out of New York and figure your own shit out. You know what I'm saying? And now you got the Deb's house thing that you're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we had talked about that the other day, and he called me. He was like, yeah, I did all the music on the show. What the fuck you mean you did all the music on the show? You know what I'm saying? So you can tell the people about that, though.
Yeah, shout out to Deb. I was actually on the phone with her earlier. She just bought a house, I think, in California.
Nice.
So she's setting up some real estate over there. But yeah, WeTV had called me to interview to be the producer for Deb's house for this season. So I, interviewed with them and they chose me. So I, on the show, I moved in the mansion with the girls, kind of, sort of. Well, I would come visit every day, kind of, sort of, like, and then, you'll see how, like, I'm kind of having fun with them. It's kind of comical, but then every day I would kind of go and I would put one of them in the studio and, make records with them, like, on camera. You know what I mean? Nice. So I think, like, to your point, I think it's the first time people ever got a chance to really see me do that. You know what I mean? But, I did Love and Hip Hop. I just did Atlanta, actually, this year, just to put my face on it, because I wanted to do all four, just and leave it at that. So I did. I put my face on all four of them, and now that's over. But, throughout that whole time, I've been on Love and Hip Hop since 2012. Nobody's ever saw me make music on the show. You know what I'm saying?
But you have music in the
yeah, that's the crazy part. Yeah, but I was actually making music for the show, and you would hear it, but you would never see the process of me making it. You know what I mean? That's why, but again, I would, behind the scenes, a lot of times people didn't realize that I was learning a lot from you guys. From, you were like one of my production mentors. I had a lot of them that, K-Mac, you know what I'm saying?
Pick up the Mac.
Yeah, it wasn't that I started late. I started early. I was just learning from you guys as I went along, so that way I could, when I did go and start to do it myself and commit myself to it, I would know what I'm doing first. You were one of the first producers I ever met that made records without actually programming anything or playing instruments. But then I would see how you would develop records and melodies and, correct, pitches and add color. You would do all this shit. And then I realized, you always say, Cisco, the studio's in your mind. You make it up here first. So all these things, I just added all that and then, started to commit myself. But Yeah, with Deb's House, I'm excited because it's the first time people will actually see me make records, and just on the spot with girls that are talented and just go cook with them, and it's dope. And then, you'll see how the whole season plays out. It's a great show.
So real quick, I don't know, can we mention the other thing that you're doing right now? That was crazy that you called me when I was in DR the other day?
Oh, with Rock Nation?
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So,
Mo, I'm in DR. I get a call from Cisco. Cisco go, yo, Styles, you ready? I'm like, ready for what? What are you talking about? He always called me with something, right? So I'm like, what are you talking about? Yo, son, Styles, I'm telling you, I'm about to put an album out. I got a label deal. And I said, label deal? And I said, but you putting out artists? No, I'm putting out me first, then I'm putting out artists. I'm like, fuck are you talking about? Yo, I just got a label deal. Who the fuck is giving label deals or JV deals? Like, who's doing that? He said, yo, Juan just gave it to me. He said, yo, I'm in New York right now. Where you at? I said, I'm in DR. He said, yo, we got to get up and get to the studio, bro. We got to work. And I'm just sitting there like, yo, Cisco again. Hey, listen, man, you blessed, bro.
Yeah, thanks, man.
But how that came about, though?
Like I said, a lot of the work that I was been putting in, it's just, word's been traveling, and I want her some good things, and I was, I frequently stay, in tap with them, and I just kind of hit them like, hey, big homie, got this going on, and, just like, what you want to do? And I was like, nah. I mean, it's really more just like coming home for me, more than anything else. Calling it an imprint deal, label deal, barcode, whatever. It's really, the game is different now anyway. This ain't the 90s where you're going to get that DTP setup or you're going to get that, whatever label setup. It's not like that anymore. It's really just an opportunity to go, okay, here, now what you going to do with it? You know what I mean? It's the pipeline to the greatness, but you got to come with the shit with your project and everybody you sign behind it. So again, of course, I'm gonna go back and call one of my mentors. Hey, what do you think about this? What's the best way to build it and capitalize off it? Because, you was running around, remember with 50 and all that shit. You seen it in a G Unit, you seen it on a high level in terms of how like the bosses got to deal with that, on a bigger level. So
I'm just excited to do music with my friend, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we used to have some fun days in the studio. Me, him, Murder.
Yeah, shout out to Uncle Murder.
Shout out to Uncle Murder, man. Like, we got stories. We got.
I called his ass earlier today too. I'm fucking answer.
Yeah, we got war stories, Mo. I'm telling you. Like, well, Mo know Murder too. He got a chance to work with Murder too, but yeah, we got a lot of stories with Murder, man. So. We got a lot of good nights, man. I told you, we got a lot of good studio nights, man. But I'm excited to have you. Well, we can't talk about all that stuff now, man.
Nah, I don't know what you're talking about.
We can't talk about all that stuff now. But I'm excited to have you on the show, man. It's about time. But you've been in Atlanta. That's why we ain't had him on the show.
I've been traveling a lot, man.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing like other, I do multiple genres of entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So I also act. I'm an actor. I audition probably 5-6 times a month for different projects. Yeah, I got a movie out right now that I'm in called Can You Feel the Beat? It's on Lifetime. It's on demand. Y'all can check it out. It's actually nominated for Motion Picture of the Year, Outstanding Television Motion Picture of the Year for the Emmys.
Oh wow!
Coming up in September 14th, so I'm excited about that. I'm a part of the ensemble cast for that as well.
Nice.
So I take my acting stuff real serious. So it's constant work every day too. You know what I mean?
All I can do is when I'm laughing. Don't think I'm laughing.
I'm
smiling because this is about man. Like
he said, you know what it is about Styles? That's my brother. So I was actually having Mike. What was we talking about on the way over here? When that's my cousin. Shout out to my cousin Mike. He's always with me. We were literally on the way over here, and we were having a conversation. I think, somebody just would call me to book Tank. Victoria, shout out to Victoria. She called me to book Tank. And I said, for what? I said, well, that's probably not going to be enough for him. I know how much he wants, blah, blah, blah. And he says, how you know? I said, that's my brother. So I know him. So when's the last time you spoke to him? I said, Tank, probably 6 months. He said, but y'all close? I'm like, that's like my brother. When you really close to somebody,
you gotta speak to him every day.
You don't gotta talk to him every day. You get what I'm saying?
I
could call Styles literally like.
It's like I smoked yesterday.
It could be a year. I won't call him. You know what I mean? Maybe 2 years, 3 years. And I was calling Moe Styles. Boom, I got this going on. I need your help. Well, can you do this? Or let's do this together. Let's get some money. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
So to him, it seems like I'm just coming out randomly. You know what I mean? With something like, yo, Styles, you're not talking about the 3-4 years I put into making that happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing for. I don't want to put that shit out there to no kid. I'm misleading people who tell them that. This shit is hard work. It's dedication. Like you say all the time, you gotta be willing to sacrifice everything. 100%. You know what I mean? I remember you going through certain, times where you was like, yo, you had to do this to reposition this and do this to restart.
All the time.
You know what I'm saying? So, I knew when I would hear that from you, that was encouragement. It's just like, even if you get a setback, shit, figure it out, and don't. Well, not just that. Definitely don't stay in that space. But once you calculate your movement to go forward, don't see where you were. See where you want to be past that. So don't go back for what you just accomplished. Go back for more than you accomplished. Mm-hmm. And I think that approach has just been my mindset. Like, I'm not, okay, cool. If I was successful with this, doing this reality TV shit, that's cool. That's a stepping stone. Can't stay there. I tell people that all the time. Don't stay there. That is just a platform to say, hi, my name is what? My name is who? And now you go from there. You don't fucking stay there and try to be the best of a space that's just gonna get oversaturated more and more, and you're gonna have to create more dynamic instantaneously to keep people's attention that's already fading anyway. Which is why some of the most successful streaming shows got these girls fighting every 2 seconds. It's disgusting. I'm not disrespecting. That's what y'all do, but I would never be a part of no show where fucking girls just fighting each other every 2 seconds just to. I got a daughter. I ain't with that.
They trying to hold on to what's slipping. That's what it is.
Well, but guess what? It works because you're gonna get that audience that's looking for those quick hits. They just want to see that wild shit.
But it also gets exhausting because you got to keep up with that. Like, So I get exactly what you're saying. Because shout out to my man Mel Carter. I was talking to my man Mel, and we was talking about people's misperception of success. Right? People think success is literally the ability to go on vacation 100 times a year, and they don't realize. Each time you get a success, that's just an opportunity for you to work more, right? It doesn't mean stop, right? Like you succeed at this, so now the door opens for you to do something else because now people believe in you, and you got to jump on that opportunity while the iron is hot. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And figure out what's the next thing I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna jump on from here. So I definitely agree with you as far as that's concerned.
Yeah, I remember when. So here's something you guys probably remember. I was at the 40-40 party.
Okay, for the premiere.
For the premiere of the Money and Violence.
Yeah.
No, actually, you also had just did the deal. You guys did the deal with Lionsgate.
Yeah.
I was at that party too. Was that 2 separate parties or the same party?
No, that was the same.
Same party. Yeah.
Same party.
That's when you guys announced, yo, we have the deal with Lionsgate and all that. I was literally in the room with y'all. Yeah. You know what I mean? When y'all announced that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember.
You know what I mean? So look at that. Look how many years it took you to. Talk about that. How many years did it take y'all to actually build to get? I remember when y'all first started that shit and just running around and to building all the way to getting like a distribution deal with Lionsgate.
Yeah. And I mean to the point where I'm writing for television shows and all of that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a journey, man. It's a journey, and that's what people don't realize. Like, what you see is the end result. You don't see what built up.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm laughing because I'm smiling. I'm really smiling because. I love to see my peoples, my friends, when they transition and they just doing mad shit, like mad dope shit. Because, sometimes when we look back, we go to the hood sometimes and we see some of our other friends, they didn't have the chance or opportunity or didn't make an opportunity for themselves to kind of get out of that space. You know what I'm saying? So when you see...
I like the third one. I'm going to go with that one. Yeah. They didn't make the opportunity.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes when you see the ones that did it, even some niggas that I don't like that do it, and I'll be like, damn, that shit is dope. No, I'll be happy because I generally be happy because that's just another nigga off the street. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to think about because when you over there, you doing what you supposed to do, ain't no way y'all niggas supposed to still be thinking about hood shit. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You know what I mean? It's no way you supposed to be thinking about that shit. So for me, I love it when I see when you call me. All I do is smile, bro. I just be laughing. I'm smiling because of the history, but I'm smiling because here goes Cisco again.
But you know what's so funny?
You know what I'm saying?
He always acts like I get on his nerves. Yeah. Because Styles will get mad at me for calling him just to see how he's doing. What's up? I'm busy. I'm painting or something. Yeah, I called him the other day. He's painting.
I was painting today.
I was
painting my daughter's room, man.
But he's acting like I'm bothering him.
Yo,
listen, I'm like, yo,
the nigga be calling me. He like, sometimes this nigga be calling. One time he called me to be a counselor on the phone, like between him and somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I was dating somebody.
Nigga, that's your man. What you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
So we was on the phone for 2 hours, bro.
That's just true.
That's your man. Like
that's what I tried to tell him. I said, Styles.
Then I say, Cisco, what happened to Shorty? Nah, Styles, you know how they go, B. I'm like, we was on the phone for 2 hours, B. What you mean? But that's how it go.
But you know something? I think the purity of that is what keeps us this close this long.
Yeah, definitely.
You get what I'm saying? Because I never want to lose that.
yeah.
Think about it.
Because you don't feel comfortable reaching out to anybody.
You can't reach out to anybody like that. Nah, you're right.
And think about even you. How many people to this day? You write for television shows. How many people that you interact with? Probably maybe on a day-to-day basis. How many people are actually calling you or interacting with you just because they still love you as your friend?
Nah, I'm very few. Very few.
Well, so I'm glad y'all left off right there because there's a topic today that talks about that. This study shows that half of the people that you think you're friends with, that you have love for, don't have the same love for you. They said half.
I could believe that.
I would say less.
Yeah. I could believe that.
I said, damn. I started counting my friends. I said, yo, Moe don't fuck with me. Cisco don't fuck with me.
Nah,
but that shit is real shit, though.
But you know what it is? There's so many opportunists out there in the world. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people that you meet who want to be your friend is literally because of what you can do for them or what type of opportunities they think you could provide. Or sometimes it's just them standing next to you makes them look better.
Mm.
That's why, for me, a good testament of friendship too is people that's with you when you at your worst. Somebody that's riding out. Somebody that's gonna be with you at your worst. If niggas only with you when it's the turn up, they ain't really your friends. They don't really want to see you do good. They just want to be with you when they can get something from you. You know what I mean? I tell Moe, the last couple of years we've been hanging out together, I think our friendship has been tested just through life. And it's not that we went through, it's just what life gave us. You know what I'm saying? Nigga didn't see me at my bottom. You see me at my bottom. Yo, my house is foreclosed in Cisco. Like, it's shit happening. And niggas give you encouraging words. Niggas don't turn their back on you. So I think those are the people that really fuck with you and really care about you when you at your worst, bro. And when people are not around, when those times are happening, I don't know if they really your friends.
Yeah. I mean, this world that we live in right now, bro, we live in a social media world where it's all about what things look like. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of times, like, you think friends are friends until, like you said, you go through them hard times. But another thing I realized too is blessings come through affiliations, and a lot of time God puts you through those hard times so that He can remove the people from around you that don't deserve your blessing trickling off. Yeah, exactly.
And one more thing I'll tell you too, so funny, even with me and Cisco's relationship, we met because of another friend that we had in common. It wasn't like we were friends and we grew up together. Mm-hmm. We met because my best friend at the time in high school was his friend, and I would go over their way. And that relationship,
Yeah, Willie B.
Willie B, Willie B. That's what they called him back there, Willie B.
I'm about to start calling it that from now on.
Williamsburg, Willie B. You gotta bring back the hood in it. Yeah, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's why I love the fun.
Even me and Styles been through all type of shit. Me and him, arguments, fights. One time I had to jump on his ass in the studio.
I kicked him in his back last week.
Fuck out of here.
If you know Styles is the friend that you have to fight with. He's crazy.
God. He's annoying, bro.
And he'll start talking to you crazy. And you start talking to me. I don't give a fuck. And he'd be like, motherfucker, Murder, get him! I had jumped on. I caught a good one time. I jumped on this motherfucker one time from behind. I had him in a chokehold. And at the time, I was training like jiu-jitsu.
So I was doing some training boxing.
Yeah, nigga,
so
I went and I tried to choke his ass.
Damn!
Like, I had him like
he had the legs wrapped
Listen, man. That wasn't me. I want to say who it was on here. Because I don't want to embarrass that person.
No, don't say it. Nah, we just fucking around. Nah, I ain't doing that shit to nobody. Nah, but it's true what he said. Me and him, we've been through a lot of shit. But that's what also allowed me to really realize that he was my friend. Because we would always get past it. We would see each other next time. We wouldn't argue or fight about nothing, and it was like nothing.
Just laughing.
Just laughing. It was like that's when you realize his brother. But also too, I think that somebody once told me this. Talent seeks talent in all rooms. That's what we'll draw. Yeah, there was a lot of guys around us, but Styles and I were both talented. You know what I mean? So I think that will always just bring us back to be like, oh, fuck it, let's just be cool, whatever. Because, like you said, you're always involved in doing some other shit too. Yeah. So was Mac, you guys are just
doing some other shit.
It's like just the spin.
Shout out to Honey Baby. Mac really running around with Honey Baby doing her thing. So
yeah, I heard.
Yeah, he doing good. And even that, like you said, the phone calls. I had called Mac a couple months ago. Me and Mac talk every couple of months. We probably talk more on Instagram than we talk on phone. You know what I'm saying? And I needed a favor. I'm like, yo, I'm doing this event. I need Honey Baby. And nigga ain't say Styles no money. He didn't say nothing. He said, yo, Styles when?
Oh, yeah.
Nigga put me in touch with who's managing Honey Baby. And was like, yo, whatever he need, make sure he get it. And y'all fit it in the schedule.
Oh, yeah. I called him today, literally. I could show you the text. I called him. He texted me back immediately, yo, bro, I'm on a plane to LA. You need something? And I'm like, nah, man. I was like, yo, I'm in town. I want to take you to dinner. You know what I'm saying? I miss him. I haven't seen him came back in years, bro. That was my brother. We used to always hang out in the studio. And he taught me a lot of shit too.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to see him. I was in town. You know what I mean? And he was, like you said, the same. But he's always just like, yo, I'm right here.
Right here.
Yeah, he got a great heart.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
What I'm saying?
Definitely, man. So we're going to get into some of these topics real quick. So since you're a part of this creep squad, the girl said, but we're going to ask you these questions. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't come up with this because of you. That was the topic. So I asked both of y'all this question. Is it cool to bring your side chick outside? Like, take out on a date?
I don't know. I don't have a side chick, and that creep squad shit, that was a TV thing I did.
I hear you, bro. Like, I'm asking you a real question.
Okay, cool.
You're going to go into that.
No, I'm saying because as of now, you understand, people really think I was a part of that creep squad shit.
Cool. I hear you're part of the creep squad, but can you bring a side chick outside?
A side chick outside? No, I don't have a side chick. I wouldn't know.
No.
You know what I mean?
When you had side chicks, yo, stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me.
Listen. So it is, Mike. He don't want to accept that people grow up. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to say, I'm asking you a
like,
question.
Give them the little tricycles, the Toys R Us kid. Styles, I don't. I'm
Some
sorry.
men are not concerned with fun.
Please.
Yo, listen.
See? What I've been saying all day long.
Listen to this nigga. Anyway, like I said, if you was giving Mike advice right now, can he bring a side chick outside?
Damn, Mike, he's still you on that. Should you bring your side chick outside if you can, only if you don't care about losing your main one. You know what I'm saying?
I think you could bring her outside. Just don't bring it nowhere you bring your main.
Honestly, bro, I think a man of integrity moves a certain way. And I think a man of integrity compartmentalizes and keeps everybody in their box, and certain things just ain't for certain people.
I think that's the same thing almost what I'm saying. I would never bring a side chick and prance her around with my homies or with
your family,
my family, or places I would go with my lady. You know what I'm saying? If I had a side chick,
you're not being realistic. Most dudes that I know that have side chicks, and especially the ones they have around for a while, they want them loving them more than they love their own girlfriends. Remember, they there for a reason. They want to be with them.
I've never been through
another thing too. You got to watch out with giving people bad habits, because once you bring her outside the first time, she's always going to expect it. That's another.
And I'm not saying that, but I mean, for me, that's never happened to me in my life. I believe in rules. Like if.
But you're another one. You talking shit. What side chicks are you imagining right now for the camera? You are the biggest lover boy I ever met in my fucking life. What are you talking about? Yo, you got the wrong guess. You know
he said you got the wrong guess.
What the fuck is he talking about? This nigga talking this Max shit. This dude is always, this guy, him. has been calling me for my shout out to my cousin Delilah.
Oh my God.
Oh yes, he has, because he's been showing me the Instagram picture.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm about to get on the show, bro.
Yo,
Thank you. Yo, Mike.
Yo,
You know how long?
Oh,
I can't tell you. That will tell you how old we are. Too fucking long. This guy's asking me for my cousin.
But I'm the only guy that he would let date his cousin.
He will. This is true. And he will call me because he called me one day. I didn't take him serious. You know, that's my cousin. I love my cousin. And he says, you know, yo, Cisco, I want to call you, man. No, that's Mike's a true story. He called.
He gotta go, bro.
Cisco,
Fuck off the show.
I gotta talk. I want to talk to you, man. It's me. Yo, Styles, what's up? We always joking. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why you being so serious? Listen, I know you're not gonna take me serious, so I figure like, you know, I gotta come talk to you like as a man, cause I'm for real. Yo, I want to marry your cousin, man. I really do. What do I need to do to show you and show her that I'm ready for her and I'm ready to prove myself that I'm the right man to be with her? I just wanted to give me an opportunity. I'm coming to you for your blessing and for you to co-sign for me.
how long it took you to write that spiel?
Ask him. He did this.
No,
And then you know what's crazy part, Mo? I do it for him. And go co-sign for him. I said, yo, cuz, man, this guy's really fucking serious.
Yo, I'm going to the next topic, man. Next topic.
Well, now I say, Lila, this guy's fucking serious. This nigga just called me, asked me for your head.
Go to the next topic.
Side chicks.
Go to the next topic, man. Oh, man. This one I can relate with. This is another relationship question. It says, just because you don't argue with your woman doesn't mean that you have a healthy relationship. And my last relationship, this was my last relationship, man. I used to tell you all the time.
We don't argue.
We don't argue. We never argue. And the day we did have an argument, that was the last time.
It all came
It all came crashing and burning. So I tell people, I think, and after that relationship, I always tell people, one of the things you should watch out for in a relationship is you should know who people are when you have an argument with them. And not only that, you should also communicate. Because I think healthy arguments bring healthy communication sometimes. And you need to put yourself in a situation where maybe if y'all get a little loud or y'all a little mad at each other and then don't go past that, y'all get a chance to hear each other out, get a chance to vent. Because sometimes people be holding stuff in for years. You don't even know because you're like, oh, we don't argue. And they hold it in and resentment happening and things can't be fixed because a person never said nothing to you or you never said nothing to that person for the sake of not arguing. So, yeah, I definitely can speak to that.
I mean, you got to think of it like a balloon, right? You put a little bit of air in a balloon. You could poke it with a pen, right? And the air's going to come out little by little. But if you wait until it's filled up with air and you pop it with that pen, that's just going to blow up. It's going to blow. You know what I mean? So there is such a thing as healthy conflict, right? Disagreements. Because every time you have a disagreement, y'all learn each other and y'all learn how to resolve things. But if y'all wait until everything is pent up, all that resentment, well, it's too late. It's a wrap.
Well, this one's for you real quick, Bo. They say if you fly first class, that might not be too good for you because the safest part of the plane is the back of the plane if ever to crash or anything like that.
I want to die business class or first class. Okay, so let me be.
So they say 40, I think it's like 87% of people die in the front of the plane and 47% of the people die in the back. Yeah. So I'm gonna sit next to the toilet in the back, bro. Fuck it.
I'm good, bro. I'll just be there.
You want to die and not survive? Like
no, I want to survive, but I also want to be comfortable.
Hey,
I mean, all dependent. If it's a 2-hour flight like that, Atlanta, Florida, I could do coach. But if we going to LA or beyond, no.
Listen, man, I ain't that tall. I'm 5'8". Give me extra leg room, and I'm good, bro. I'm cool. That's it right on.
It's crazy. At one point, I remember I was doing Love and Hip Hop New York and Love and Hip Hop Hollywood at this, and the schedule started to collide. So I was living. I had just moved to Atlanta. So I was living in Atlanta, New York, and LA, and traveling between both coasts twice a week.
6-hour flights is not
7.
even-
It's like because you know it's like 6.5.
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
wait
yeah.
and taxi all that.
If
shit.
you're lucky, if you're
perfect, perfect day, you're
Exactly.
6:20. But you're about 7 hours, and imagine doing that shit. Like so, Monday, Tuesday schedule will be like Cisco, NY, LHNY, Monday, Tuesday, and then it'll skip Wednesday, and it'll be like Thursday, Friday, LA, and then, yeah, I dealt with that shit for months. That was fucking.
But you know what's the good thing though? I ain't gonna lie. Like after a while, you get used to it.
Right, you keep doing it, but it's still taxing.
Yeah, it's still
on
taxing on the
you,
body.
but it becomes a rhythm to you. Yeah,
I start falling asleep. As soon as I get off the planes that long, bro, with the jet lag, I can't. I gotta sleep for like a day for some reason. Every time I come out the air for that long, my body gotta decompress.
Me, it messes up my stomach.
That too.
Cause then I'm all fucked up. I don't know whether that breakfast, lunch, or dinner. You know what I mean? Then your time gets thrown off.
So in other news, a New Jersey town now wants to jail parents because of their kids' behavior. And I was thinking about this the other day, right? And I see a lot of across the country when kids do shootings and stuff like that, they want to charge the parents and stuff like that. And I had to laugh because when I heard this, for some reason, I just thought about me and my brothers. And I said, I don't know if that's fair to me, because me and my brother, especially me and B.O., we are a year and a half apart, right? And you could be raised in the same household with the same parents, and one kid that could just be unruly, and the other kid could be good. It ain't really got nothing to do with the parent. If a kid I chose to do certain things. It had nothing to do with my mama. My mama would beat me. She would put me on punishment, let me kneel on stones. Like,
well, she need to go to jail for what she was doing to you. Not for what you was doing. God damn it!
I'm letting moms know.
No, come on,
I'm letting moms know you said that.
Bro.
Don't worry about it. I got my birthday tomorrow. I'm gonna tell her for her birthday.
This nigga don't even play fair, bro.
Happy birthday to my mother. But anyway, but now I'm just saying, how do you arrest a parent? It gotta be some real negligent shit happening. You can't just say, yo, I'm gonna arrest you because your kid was bad. Because 3 kids could be good and 1 kid could be off the wall.
But even a step beyond that is, I think it's messed up to hold the parents liable, because there's 2 versions of your kid. There's the version of them when they're in the house with you, and there's the version when they're outside with their friends. That's 2 totally different people. And that has nothing to do with you.
You're 100% right. But I will say there are some parents. I told you a story a couple of years ago, like with a girl I met in the Chinese restaurant. I didn't meet her, but she was in the Chinese restaurant with her kid. And the kid kept jumping on the table. He was like 3 years old. And I'm like, yo, shorty, you gonna bust your ass. You jump on that. Stop doing that. Don't talk to my son. He can do what he want to do. Maybe she need to go to jail. Like, I don't know, B. Like, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? He jumped on top of that table and bust his ass. And then she beat him because now she embarrassed. I just told you he was going to do that shit. But maybe, like I said, maybe she should be locked up. I don't know. I think it's a toss-up, man. What do you think? You got kids, Cisco.
I do. I got kids. Kids are tough. But now I love my kids, so I don't really thank God they don't give me those type of issues. You know what I mean?
Thank God for good kids, man. I swear to God.
Yeah, it takes consistency though. You know what I mean? And when you keep talking about Atlanta, that's why you think I moved there. I moved there to be with my kids.
Which kids?
Yeah, that LA shit wasn't working.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Can't raise children with wire transfers.
Right?
Nah, I'm serious. I started getting phone calls like they're doing bad in school and shit. Like, what? They go to good schools. What the fuck? What is there to do bad about? You know what I mean?
No, but that's
they didn't go to 71 and all that shit that we went to, like in the hood. Nobody was getting. We went to junior high school. There was kids getting shot in high school. Yeah.
I just told my pops that yesterday.
True story.
My first day of high school, junior high school, kid gets shot. Yeah. First week of high school, teacher gets shot. 2 kids get shot outside of school. Like,
I don't know, doing bad. Like, it's great. The school looked like college campuses. You know what I mean? But when I went to go visit my kids and I talked to them, I realized that we were a little disconnected. So I was like, nah, this shit ain't gonna work. And that's when I moved there. Like, it's just to be there, because that presence will keep them in line.
Definitely.
Oh shit. Your daddy catching a flight is different from your daddy jumping in his car. I can tell you that shit, because you don't even gotta come over. It's like, okay, yes, Dad. Yeah, I'll do it tonight. You know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely just encourage men, out there. Y'all gonna have kids. Please be man enough to take care of them. Be
Present.
100%. You talking 3 real daddies.
For sure.
100%. So, real quick question, back to some relationship things real quick. So, lady says if a man plays his phone on Bluetooth instead of CarPlay, he's up to no good.
So you can't see the display?
You can't see the display. Y'all got caught around a couple of times with that display. I just don't care, man. You come in my car, my phone gonna go off. Like, don't even ask me nothing about my phone.
But are you doing anything outside your relationship?
Maybe once or twice at that time. But I'm just saying, anybody who in my car, it doesn't matter. It don't matter who in my car. Like, if I just say I got a random girl and I'm dating for the night, like, you know, I'm single, I'm dating.
He said I'm dating for the night.
Yeah, for the night. Like,
No,
date for today. Come on, get out of here.
I'm dating for the night.
You meet a girl, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If it come up on the car, what you gonna, like, I'm not hiding, it's my car. Why I'm hiding shit in my car?
I'm lost. Styles, you mean like you're not like driving down Sunset Boulevard? Like, what do you mean a date for the night?
Yo,
That's Moe. You said dating for the night. I didn't know where you were going with that. Can you just clarify? I'm trying to help clarify what the fuck you talking about. Because Moe's like a date for the night. I'm like, when you out there shopping.
Yo, I ain't fucking with y'all.
Right, my bad. I
You
don't
need a
know.
receipt.
Yeah, exactly. Does this date come like with an invoice?
Yo,
You know what I mean?
crazy,
Is it payable? Alright, good.
That's crazy. When you got a date, like you like the girl you called me with on the phone, you took out for a date. She wasn't your girl, you just took out for a date.
But I was interested in seeing we could be there. Was it something like that for you?
Yeah, just dating, yes.
Oh, okay.
This dating, bro. That's
No,
it.
because you have told me there was periods in your life. I remember speaking to, one time, and you was like, you were telling me that you were just trying to just date. You wasn't trying to be in a relationship.
Yeah, but even that.
That's what he means. He was interested for the night. So as soon as the sun came up, she was forgotten.
Now I'm going to the next topic, man. Y'all niggas ain't doing this shit to me, man. Y'all ain't.
You looking for one nice
Man, forget it, man. Y'all ain't doing this to me, man. Anyway, I don't know if y'all seen the news lately, but Donald Trump has deployed the National Guard in Washington, D.C. I'm kind of confused with this. Like, I'm kind of torn. Because they saying that D.C. is like the murder capital of the United States right now, and they've been having a lot of crime. Crime has been very heavy in D.C. So he deployed the National Guard. One part of me feel like if the police can't get it together, maybe they needed the help. The other part of me feel like maybe Donald Trump just trying to see if he could do it there so he could do it other places. I really don't really know what's really going on too heavy. But I did see a lot of videos, and this is what I highly disagree with. I've seen a lot of people just being harassed.
I think we're playing with fire, because I think once the military come in play with interacting with the public, I feel like that's the first steps to martial law.
I was just about to say that. Yeah, that where does it end? If you ask me, I think that's just the Bible. At that point, even the stuff with ICE that they're doing, it's all just an invasion. You know? I mean, I don't even want to get into that. That's a whole heavy conversation. But that's martial law. Martial law leads to what? Once that's employed, full martial law, there's
and you're basically living in a dictatorship.
It's Armageddon. Yeah. That's Armageddon. Or then you're gonna do
and that's why I said I think maybe Donald Trump is just doing this to see how it work out and how to implement it in other areas. Like I'm never sure with Donald Trump what the hell is going on with him, man. Like I can't.
Once you allow people to just or agents to just go into people's houses without probable cause, without search warrants. If you could just randomly go into anybody's house and start grabbing them, where does that end?
And a lot of times you gotta understand that a lot of times they do these things as exercises to see how the public is going to react to it.
Yeah, like
once they see that they can get
that's
away
what I'm
with
saying.
it,
Where does it end?
Yeah, it's a slippery slope, man.
There is no slope. It's just over at that point. They're coming in anybody's house. They, and then so hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully that slows down that process, because I would hate to see that become a reality.
We shall see. In other news, so Russia, Vladimir Putin, that's how you say his name?
Vladimir Putin.
It's like an international show. I want to say
international, baby.
Next time one of you ladies want to send like an email.
You like send me the topics ahead of time.
It's fucking midnight. Are you guys serious? In Russia, President Putin.
Oh man.
Sign the doctrine. Styles, where the fuck?
Listen, man. Listen, man.
This show is a more mature version.
Yeah.
We're in a fucking sneaker store. This guy's talking about Soviet Union.
Yo, he's like an older Putin.
Oh man,
Yo.
you ain't never coming back here, bro.
I can see. I'm not invited anymore. Please, next time send me the fucking curriculum.
But anyway, like I was saying, in Russia, Vladimir Putin is now saying that they have a cure for cancer. They have a vaccine, and all patients that will get the vaccine will be getting it for free. You know, I don't know what's going on in Russia if this is true. I know it was America. We would have never got nothing for free.
All I'm gonna tell you is, when you put pharmaceuticals and free, it equals assassination.
Yo, I don't know, but I'm just telling you, man.
I'm telling you.
That's what Vladimir, he said he's giving it out for free for the people.
I mean,
bro.
Putin ain't playing though. I like Putin, in all honesty. Man of the people, man of his people. You understand what I'm saying? Him getting together with all those different countries, trying to get together with Africa. You know what I mean?
China.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, I don't care about black, Chinese, Asian. We just getting together and get America out of here.
And he was the one that was putting out those images, showing that all the images from the Bible
Jesus
black.
is black, yeah, and all the cycles, yeah. Definitely.
But that could just be propaganda too. He could just be trying to get us on his side because he might have an agenda.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't trust white people.
Yo, you just can't trust the world, bro. Like,
yeah,
you can't even trust podcasters. I should have brushed up on my foreign affairs. These guys are breaking down all types of shit. You're right. You can't trust the world. You think my friends, since I was 12, would tell me that I was coming to real time with Bill Maher.
yo, oh man.
What the fuck, yo, guys? Okay, in celebrity news, we're gonna go a couple of celebrity things that's happening out there. So Bobby Smurda says, no matter how good the coochie is, if good coochie is good coochie, don't matter how many bad bitches you got, if the coochie is good, all good coochie is the same.
I think he's talking.
That could be true.
I think what he spoke about, what he was talking about though, was basically telling dudes not to jump out the window,
Yeah.
right? For certain females, because he's like, at the end of the day, coochie's coochie.
It's more like crashing out.
Yeah. Or just just meeting these unrealistic expectations that a lot of these females have. You understand what I'm saying? Just for the sake of getting the box, because he's like, yo, box is box, bro. Like, whether it's this baddie or whether it's an 8 or a 7.5, the box is box.
So let me ask you a question then.
Yeah, that's not true.
I don't know. For me, I do agree box is box, but I don't think men really.
all box is the same.
No, it's not all the same, but good box is good box, right? We think about them, we go, yeah, she had good box, and this one, now she had, you know what I mean? So, but what I'm saying to you is, I don't think men really crash out for the coochie. I think they crash out, at least men like me, I don't crash out for coochie. I crash out probably for the woman that I like. Now, I might be into like that, but you do have some men that crash out for any girl that just, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know. I seen Cisco crash out a couple of times. I seen him punch somebody in the face for
I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I know. I see. If I start bringing up this shit, it's gonna be a problem.
Yo,
Wow, shit.
I don't know what game y'all playing here, man.
But you know what? I say this. In general, crashing out like that, it doesn't make sense. It a lot of times it's just like you nor should you ever want to own a woman. You know what I mean? Defending a woman is not considered crashing out.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So God forbid you with your lady, something happens, you may got to defend her, that's cool. You know, these guys out, you know, especially the younger ones these days, it's true, especially in Atlanta. You know, you hear a lot of that shit, man. They're just crashing out over, you know, women that they're not even serious with. You know, it's like but I think it doesn't make sense because it's a false sense of ownership. You know, what are you crashing out over? If she wants to be with somebody else, then that's her choice. You know what I mean?
And she's gonna be if she wants to.
I believe in the power of choice. That's just, you know, especially these days. I'm like, you want him? All right, good. You know, thank you. You saved time. You know what I mean? She told you something. You know.
So, other celebrity news: Sha'Carri Richardson. That's how you say her name. The track star.
Yeah.
The track star. Well, she crashed out the other day in the airport. and beat up her boyfriend. I don't know if y'all seen
Now
that.
that was a crash out. Yeah,
Yeah, she definitely crashed out.
She crashed.
And she crashed out in the airport. And you know, people are now saying that there's a double standard when it comes to men and women, which I think we all know that. She didn't wake up the next day, lose a whole bunch of sponsors.
As a matter of fact, Nike actually upped her promotion.
That's crazy.
The next day, yeah.
Because that was media coverage.
Yeah.
So if that was a man, and some girls was like, oh yeah, he probably this, and I be loving the comments when I be watching the women, especially from the women, or what he did to her to make her that mad. And I'm like, yo, if a dude punched a girl or jumped on a girl like that, nobody be asking you, be like, yo, what did she do to make him that mad? And I think, we got to start holding women accountable. Nobody should be putting their hands on anybody. You know what I'm saying? I tell my daughter this all the time. Don't put your hand on no man. You know what I'm saying to you? Because two things going to happen. You're going to get his ass fucked up, and I'm going to have to go to jail for it. Don't feel like you could beat no man ass. You got a problem? Call me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I tell women this too a lot, because I seen a girl on the train the other day. She arguing with a guy, and the guy's like, yo, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yo, I'm going to fuck you up. Just leave me alone. The girl keep talking and trying to get her last word. And I'm like, yo, and I'm saying to myself, just leave the nigga alone. Because if he turns around and now stows on you or do something to you, it's nothing you could do with him. And he basically telling her that, ladies, please be careful. When you outside with men, they will hurt you. Don't argue with men. Certain men will put their hands on you because you keep mouthing off back and forth or keep going back and forth. Please, just walk away, man.
But you know what women need to realize too, and I think we spoke on this before. Men don't really argue with men. You know why? Because it leads to violence. Point blank period. Like we know that. Like once it starts getting heated, it's gonna lead to violence. And at the end of the day, if a man won't let a man speak to him that way, what makes you think he's gonna let you speak to him that way? And I'm not saying that it's right. But once you take it that extra step where you get physical with a man and you put your hands on him, you open the door for him to react however. Because like I always say, disrespect is a blank check that you have no control over what number they're going to put on that check that your ass is going to have to cash.
Yeah, so, I just seen the comments from the ladies in the comments, man. Y'all can't add that thing on and be asking, yo, why did she do that? You know what I mean? What did he do? Nobody should be hitting nobody, man, at this point. We too old to be fighting. Men too old to be fighting women, and women too old to be putting physical hands on men. Like, we shouldn't be fighting each other physically, man, not at all. Use your words and...
Make love, not war.
Yeah. That's all I want. That's the only time I want to put my hand on it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. In other celebrity news, Tyler Perry says that social media is, I don't even know what he said.
It's a drug.
It's a drug and it's causing mental health issues. I believe that shit, bro.
I can see
I can see the drug part because I'm addicted to this shit. Like my phone, like, listen, I ain't got no vices. I don't smoke, I don't drink. I scroll, my nigga. This is my vice, bro. Like, sometimes this has become a vice. Sometimes, I gotta fast from the phone and not even scroll today. Like today, I was fasting today. I didn't even get on the phone until I had to leave. Like, I didn't do the topics until.
So what does your fasting, consist of?
Usually I turn down my plate, but when I'm fasting, sometimes I turn down other things. When I'm fasting and praying, so one of my things was to act like social media. Like when I usually fast, I'll just get away from social media. Sometimes I'll call him and I'll be like, yo, you got to do the topics for the week or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Because I can't go on those social sites and nothing like that to find nothing.
You ever fast from women?
Yeah.
What's the longest you ever fasted from?
3 weeks.
That's a fast?
Yeah, like I turned down everything. I don't be with nobody.
In your life, the longest you've ever been without a woman was 3 weeks?
I guess so. I don't know. I never was locked up, man. I'll tell you. 3 weeks, bro.
Jeez. Mo, what about you? What's the longest you ever fasted without dating?
Probably 6 or 7 months.
Why you always turning my stuff into something else, bro? Hey, what's wrong with you, bro? Are you okay?
Just trying to figure out, how you thinking these days. Man.
Yo, man,
listen. Like a lot changes. Now you reading shit. I'm impressed, by the way. You come across very natural and professional. I might have to make it like a new TV show for you.
You're not coming back here, bro. I'm just saying, you know that down, bro.
I like it.
Yeah, Mo likes it.
I like it.
He's
coming back.
Yo,
coming back.
Whatever. I'm a celebrity that moved.
Shannon.
Come on, let me
Ocho and A-Rod.
Let me get this shit out, bro.
Right,
And other celebrity news. Do you think that it's time for America to let Chris Brown do the Super Bowl? Because I seen there's been a large campaign this last week, and even my daughter came to me. You know, my daughter in the music business, so like, yo, Dad, if Chris Brown do the Super Bowl, you know I'm going. And I'm like, oh, is it time for them to let Chris Brown? I see the challenge. You know, I'm trying to do the dance they doing on TikTok and all that. And I said, yo, is it time for them to?
I mean, the minute that they put Usher, they should have put Chris Brown too.
Yeah, but you know the whole thing with the Rihanna thing. I think Chris, if he didn't have the Rihanna thing, that would never happen. He would have been on.
You think that has something to do with it?
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, that's holding him back.
Hell yeah, I think that's holding him back.
Yeah.
But he was a child.
They still scrutinize and
I was gonna say, so people still talk about that? I haven't seen
it.
Yeah, you know, I think he just getting his head above water. But I don't know if they would let him do the Super Bowl. It's like that's the biggest stage.
Yeah, but keep in mind. Look, I just came from. I was in Rock Nation, you know, today. You know, it's the biggest stage in sports, you know what I mean? Like, and you only get one artist per year. You know what I mean? And you're spanning over all those genres.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like some of that. Yeah, of course, I understand. I mean, you got to pick one artist up from who's the hottest in country, pop, R&B, you know, whatever. So it's not an easy spot to get. I think.
Nah, but I think Chris Brown is one of the biggest artists of our generation right now. Like,
of course.
Yeah, you could name them. Like, there's gonna be Beyonce. What you're gonna say? Usher. Chris Brown.
I think your question is what you're saying. Is it time for America to forgive him?
Forgive him, yeah. Let him rock.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think so.
I think it's time. He was a teenager too at that point. Like, come on, let that man go do him. Man.
I think if she forgives him, it's past it. Then yeah, everybody.
Yeah, listen. And sometimes in forgiveness, you give somebody else a chance to mature and become a better person. When you keep your feet on their neck. Now they got resentment. Now they angry.
And I'm gonna put you on the hot seat since you saying that. God forbid, let's just say, if that was your daughter and that happened, would you forgive the man eventually?
It's been 20 years. Yeah, I would have forgiven him at this point. You know what I'm saying? Especially if we had a conversation, you came to amends. Even though I saw the craziest shit that I ever seen, I wasn't gonna bring this up here. But I did see some crazy, and I don't know if I could do it. So we're going to talk about forgiveness real quick. So it was this guy, this dude tried to kill him, right? Shot him, I think 3 or 4 times, tried to kill him. I don't know how many times I shot him, but tried to kill him. White dude, black guy. The black dude, they catch the black dude, they give him life in prison as a rule for parole, I think 25 years or something like that. The white dude said he was walking or something like that. Something came over him, and he saw some people talking, and he got some therapy, and it was about forgiveness. So he went to go see the guy that tried to kill him, tried to unalive him. You know what I'm saying? Him and the guy started talking. The guy cried, and all of a sudden, him and the guy became friends. He started visiting the guy on a regular basis.
Wow.
Guy apologized to him. That's the same guy that got shot, went back to his parole hearing, and advocated for him to be out of jail. Now they are both friends, like best friends now.
Is he out of jail?
Yeah, he out of jail.
He helped get him out of jail?
Helped get him out of jail, and they kind of like doing interviews and CNN and all that stuff. I said, I don't know if I could, I don't know. Like,
I'll be honest with you, right? So, for me, like, I had some dudes follow me home from Perfections one night, from Queens all the way to Brooklyn, right? They basically, because they wanted to rob me for my roller. And
how'd you know they were following you? Did you figure it out while you were driving?
No, after. I found out after because I got shot. And when police showed me the footage from outside, they're like, yo, they followed you because they showed me the footage from outside of Perfections, that the car was parked across the street. And then when they showed me the camera from the corner of my block, when I crossed the light, the same car came right after. You know what I mean? And when it happened, my only concern was, I'm fine with it as long as it ain't nobody I know that lined me up, right? And I'm saying this because I understand where we grew up and how we grew up. and I don't take it personal, right? I don't take it personal. Not saying that it's
I
okay,
understand what you're saying.
but there was a time when I was on the other side of that table. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I have to be able to give grace and understanding.
Absolutely.
Because, truth be told, like my man told me, he was like, bro, what were you doing imperfections with a presidential rodeo on your wrist by yourself? You understand? Like, so at the end of the day, I can be accountable. Yeah, I can take some accountability and be like, damn, that was
sloppy.
That was sloppy. You understand what I'm saying? So I say that to say that at the end of the day, everybody's out here trying to survive, bro. And unfortunately, some people are collateral damage, and unfortunately, people surviving by ways that hurt other people. You know, but at that time, they're not thinking about that. Unfortunately. You understand what I mean? So,
but they have different circumstances.
Yeah, they have different circumstances,
they're
man.
driven by them circumstances.
Yeah, exactly. So the truth is, let's fix the root of the problem. You know, because I always say this, like, yo, these dudes are wilding in the hood because at the end of the day, they have nothing else to live for. Give them something to live for. You know, because as we get older and as we mature, the reason we don't do the dumb shit that we used to do when we were young is because now we have something to lose.
Right, but it's like what Styles was saying earlier, you know, that's why I said the third one, you gotta want to create opportunity. You know what I mean? You gotta want to just work. The easiest thing for you to do is just let people tell you, you'll never be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to tell people when I was a kid, right in the same block, you know what I mean? Y'all gonna be famous one day, I'm gonna be on TV, I'm gonna make music. I used to show them videos. I used to point at this video of Jay-Z and Dame, I think it was the Big Pimpin' video, when they were on the boat with the champagne, and I'm like, yo, one day I'm gonna be with Rockefeller, I'm gonna be on a boat with them. I used to say the crazy shit, but I believed it, you know, I was like 12, 13, you know, but I also knew that I would do anything I had to do to work every day towards that, spend my life, just dedicate my life towards those goals, not just, you know, even despite people telling me, oh, that's never gonna happen. No, you know, just discouraging me. Nobody in the hood got anything good to say.
I would agree with you. I think for me, I think that was my biggest superpower.
What?
Was
you being an asshole?
For me overcoming. Like this me always, you know.
Because you never let anybody tell you shit. I was since you were a kid, always just tell everybody fuck off.
Like for me, I was bullied at first when I was a kid, when I was in kindergarten. And the day I learned, I fought my cousin and I figured out that I could fight, nobody was ever bullying me again. And my mom, you know, I was a kid that was always getting in trouble. They'd be like, yo, who did what? Somebody called my mother, my mother be yelling, who else? Everybody be like, Tariq, you know what I'm saying? It'd always be me, right? So for me, everybody always looked at me like the black sheep. I was a kid that was going to even go to jail. I was a kid that was going to die. I was a kid that was going to have a baby early. And I was like, no, I'm not. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I was a kid that the teachers, you know, they'd be like, yo, he could do better, but he a good kid. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those. Like, so for me, I just had that innate thing that I was never going to be what everybody else thought was going to be. I didn't give a fuck if my education wasn't crazy. I didn't give a fuck if I was the shortest nigga or not the handsomest nigga. Like, nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing you told me was gonna happen to me was gonna happen to me. And by the grace of God, it didn't happen to me. I don't know if everybody had that in them.
It was also your work ethic too, Styles. You gotta understand, I remember going to your studio when you had one on 30th Street and 9th Avenue. Mm-hmm. And I remember one time we went over there and it was like a Monday and you had on this white t-shirt with some pants and, you know, and some sneakers and shit, and you was in there, you was working on something. And then I think we left, whatever, and I think I went back maybe that Wednesday or Thursday, and you were in there with the same shit on. And you hadn't gone home in 3 days, and he was literally there, and I was like, yo, how the fuck do you even, you like that you showered in the gym downstairs, you know? And the guy was just working, you know what I mean, every day.
Yeah, you know but some people don't got that, Cisco.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but
some people don't have that.
But you have to, you can't say all this other shit to uplift the youth and all that and not mention that. You have to say, you got to be willing to do that. Don't come to me that you fucking want to make it and you ain't willing to do that for yourself.
Well, I think that's what we argue with a lot of these young artists for. They just, the music, but the game is different, right? They could go on TikTok or Instagram and go viral in 2.2 seconds and with no work. Cisco used to help put up my posters in my shit.
Yeah.
We used to plaster the block.
Yeah.
We used to spend our little money, whether it was drug money, whether it was work money, whether it was our mother money, and go get stickers and posters so everybody can know about this shit, right? And go press them shits up. We got CD printers, we got tape printers, and we go, these niggas don't do that shit.
Then go upstairs, make the music, then mix the music, then take the music, go to the club with the music, get the DJ to play the music. You know what I mean? All the same night.
Yeah,
then take it from there to the radio station, get something like, yo, we was doing this shit. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to, that's why I'm not giving nobody shit. You're not getting a fucking job from me. You're not getting a no call, fuck, what?
Work
no,
ethic.
hard we work.
Yeah, work ethic, man.
There was no promise of shit, of television, of record deals, of movies, nothing.
That's crazy that you say there was no promise of shit, because all
We just believed in ourselves.
just believe, like, yeah, it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
And we just believe, and you know how many times...
And we fucking help each other, believe that.
And sometimes that doubt come in your head. I was in that basement apartment like, I'm gonna die in this apartment, bro. The mold on the wall gonna kill me. Like, I'm gonna die here.
Your studio on 30th Street, I couldn't breathe half the time I was in there. That shit had no AC, and no ventilation. That was nothing. You could die just recording in there. And we still did that.
Yeah, we had a good time, man. We had a good time, man. Yo, real quick, New York City, be careful, New York City residents. There is now a parasite in the tap water. They saying that the parasite going through your nose and eats your brain. So you have to be very careful. So if the guys that use the neti pot, you put it in a neti pot in your nose and trying to clear out your allergy, please boil the water first or get bottled water or distilled water. Do not put the neti pot in your nose. They also saying if you go into pools and if you go into the ocean, it could also live in those places if the water gets into your nose. Now, I think they only said like 8 people have died from this so far, but it's out there. I'm just letting you know there's parasites in the water. In
Zombies coming soon.
Be very, very careful out there, man. Be very careful out there.
I've seen this movie before, and I didn't like it.
Real quick question, y'all. So, if your man dated a girl that you was into,
I know you
and you like her a lot, and you want to wife her, does it matter to you?
If my friend dated a girl...
Dated her or just had sex with her? Wasn't this girl?
It's a great question. I talk about this all the time, too. The answer to that is I would never know, because once you or any of my friends go out with a woman, that shit is over. I don't want no... I would never fuck with her.
I'm different. I don't give a fuck.
Nah.
Styles don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck.
Because that leads into problems with friends.
Nah, I don't think so.
For me, it'll...
How do you... Hold on. Mo, let me ask you a question. You telling me you got a girlfriend that you're...
Not girlfriend.
No, not girlfriend.
What?
Not see that I'll give him. That I'll give him.
What?
Like if it's somebody that you was in a relationship with, he ain't
I ain't
fucking
fucking
with
with
you.
you.
So where's the line?
If it's somebody you just knocked down, because there's been situations where he's come to he's like, yo, I was at this spot and I seen such and such. Used to mess with such and such. I'm like, hey, something I was knocking down, and he's like, yo, what up? Can I holler on you? Do you think? I don't care.
Well, y'all got some weird shit going on.
No, but it's not. But you got under somebody I was dating for the night.
Damn, man, y'all still doing this?
This ain't
No,
mad,
but
man.
this ain't mad. We talking about years.
Maybe we should turn into a friend.
No. If it's somebody,
cover them with your blood and help them get over this one night stand shit in New York City.
Nah.
First of all, there's no clubs. Where you meeting these girls in these clubs?
This movie's outside of the club.
This ain't now. This ain't now.
So Styles, so you guys, where's the line?
Nah,
what if it's a girlfriend?
I don't move like
we never
that.
did.
I'm not even look.
I won't even
That's
look
not
at
even.
Okay, hold on. Last question. What if he hooked up with this girl like more than once? Like they smashed like 3, 4, 5 times.
Styles don't
I don't give a fuck, bro.
I
It's like,
don't give a fuck. Matter of
That's
fact,
kind
I'm
of
the
a
one that be
girlfriend.
telling him like, nah, that's not a girlfriend.
girlfriend, it's not a
man.
girlfriend, but Cisco, you gotta stop.
Come on, man.
You gotta stop it, bro. You gotta stop it.
Yo, man, it's Bob.
Yo, Cisco, yo, now I'm about to put you on blast, bro.
Hold on. Wait, I said the show's over.
Cause you out pump fake.
That's all cute.
What the fuck you talking about? Now I gotta go French Montana on you.
Yo, and with that saying,
Hold on, we got one more thing.
Yo, you finish that one thing. I'm off camera, my friend.
We got one more thing, bro.
Alright, let me come back in before this shit get crazy.
You see what French did the other day? I think that boy said, what? Excuse me? I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Max, get my car. You know what I mean? That's his name, the big man. Shout out to Max.
Yeah, this guy's crazy, man. So right now they're saying that I just want to get your opinions on this. Men nowadays are not having any children, and they also, what's the other one? What is it?
they're not interested in marriage.
Oh, okay. So what they say now?
Men that don't want to have children and don't want to get
Have-
married are becoming the biggest demographic.
Graphic outside in the U.S. They don't want children anymore, and men don't want to be married anymore. And I think me and Mo talk about this all the time. Like it's bad out here. I think when it comes to relationships, and I think I see a lot of guys like, yo, I don't want kids. I don't want no, and I don't want to be married to nobody. I just want to live my life. And I feel them sometimes, but I honestly think men are better when you got a dope woman by you. And I think the problem they can't find a dope woman. You know what I'm saying? I think you strive for more when you got that dope chick by you, because she's gonna put you to want more.
No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think a lot of men can find that dope women. I think the dating scene really sucks out here.
No, let me jump in.
Go ahead, jump in.
Yeah. So that's an interesting one, because I'm guilty of the shit myself. It's not that the right women are not out there to have all these character traits and that we want as men, and it's not that they don't exist. They're there. The ones that we want, that from the ones that we like the way they look and they have those qualities as well. That's fucking.
So you
hard.
say they get a fat girl or something like that?
I'm not saying all that. I'm saying.
So what you saying?
I'm saying that.
Speak straight.
I'm straight up. You want a fucking video vixen that goes to church on Sunday, praises the Lord, cleans your house, cooks your meal. Like, I know what you.
Chicks don't cook no more, bro.
He basically saying dudes are looking for a hug in a whorehouse.
I'm just saying. It's like there's good women out there, but they might not look the way you want them to look. So you got. What do you want? What do you value more?
I've told
A good-looking woman or a good woman?
That's a good question. What you value more?
But I asked you the question.
Yeah,
How the fuck
ask
you
you.
go back?
I'm gonna need some type. I'm gonna need some type of balance. I'm gonna be honest.
No, hold on, stop. I'm asking
honest.
Cisco.
I'm gonna need some
That's
type of
honest.
balance.
No, all right. So what do you want? Good looking woman or
Definitely. At this point in my life, I need a quality woman for sure.
so she don't gotta be good looking.
She has. No, I'm gonna find her attractive, of course.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm saying, what if she got
But-
all the
but-
qualities
Yeah.
and you're not attracted to her like that? She got all the other qualities that you need.
And I'm not attracted to her, then nah, I can't do it because I'm
Okay, so
gonna
you
want
talking
somebody
shit.
else.
Okay, so you talking shit then.
But you see, but that's
why I said it. Yeah,
But I think that's the
I'm single. Hell,
I think that's the part of it this sort of out of our control as well, right? Because you have no control over who you're attracted to, right? You can have control over what you're attracted to, but you have no control over who you're attracted to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the part that makes
And
it
even
difficult.
what? I don't even think you have control over that.
No.
You might think you do,
Well-
and you'll still be attracted to something. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
that's
Have you
that's-
ever dated like the wrong person multiple times, like just in different versions of her?
pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah.
just see the same shit. I'm like, damn, I just dealt with this shit the last time. Now I'm dealing with it again.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you keep attracting the same shit because you like that wild shit. You know what I mean? That's where you gotta take some time for yourself. Go with some fucking therapy or something. You know what I mean?
I've been telling Styles.
Yeah.
You talk to yourself, bro. Go look at that mirror.
I'm in therapy, bro.
Okay,
What are you
yeah,
talking about? I've been telling you, man. You should get a therapist, bro.
You're my therapist, and we good.
Listen, I know you. When I was married and all that, I thought like everything evolved around my ex-wife. I did at that time because I believed in the institution of what I was trying to build, but we were never right for each other. You know what I'm saying? And I just didn't know it. And Tank. Shout out to Tank. Tank gave me some of the best advice I ever gave in my life. When I was going through like the pit of my fucking depression from being, losing my ex-wife and all that shit. And, you know, I had a conversation with him one time outside of his concert in Atlanta. And he, you know, and I'm telling him like, yeah, man, you know, damn, it's fucked up. She don't want me no more. I'm gonna be single again. I hate this. And he said to me, he said, Cisco, let me ask you something, bro. I know you for a while. I mean, I know you for a long time, and you've been going through this for a while. How much of this is love, and how much of this is your ego?
Somebody need to hear that.
And when that shit really sat, and it took me months. I didn't hit me right then and there, because we were right by this fucking tour bus was waiting for me. We really talked, because I was going through it. And he said, I'm telling you, when it finally hit me, it was a game changer. It should change everything. And I started to look at every situation different. Like, am I really, first off, how am I really into a woman who's telling me she don't really want to be with me no more like that, and she ain't even treating me well? So I'm saying, I'm addicted to being treated like shit. I got a problem. Let me go figure that shit out.
A lot of men have that problem.
That's what I'm saying. So, but again, I'm giving you some of the root of it. I realized myself, and then again, I realized I needed to go to therapy. I didn't realize the answer. I realized I needed fucking help. You know what I'm saying? So I went and I did therapy for, you know, a long time, and I really got to learn a lot about myself. And, you know, my therapist kind of, you know, agreed with him in so many words, in so many different ways. He explained to me, you have to really, you know, it's also false ego. Because if you really love yourself enough, you ain't gonna take that shit from nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot I had to kind of discover, but, you know, I really encourage, you know, men out there, really, you know, get some therapy to, you know, talk to your homeboys, really figure out what you want. And also, what are you willing to provide and give in exchange for what you want? Niggas out there just trying to get, you know, women to do all type of shit from them. They don't really want to do nothing for them either. So it's fucked up on both sides. I think the culture's all fucked up.
Yeah.
To be honest. You know what I mean? It's
I-
unrealistic.
Because I always say that, you know, whether it's in relation to men or women, like especially a lot of times women, you want this great man that's going to cater to you, that's going to nurture you, that's going to provide. But do you realize that that's going to require just as much from you?
Absolutely.
And that's the problem, because then when you get that man, then it becomes a nuisance. It's, oh, I'm not your slave, right? But at the end of the day, it's like if this man is pouring into you, you have to pour back into him, or else you're going to drain and exhaust that man. You know?
But you know what the real problem I think with that is I think that those women that you speaking of don't really feel that exists. So they're like, fuck it, he ain't gonna get over on me, so take me to, you know, Benihana's or STK or, you know, the most expensive restaurant on the first date. Give me money for my hair, my nails, my toe. You just do all this shit for me if you want my time, because I know you ain't really about shit anyway.
Yeah, but
so I'm gonna get something out of this, and they go into it.
And they don't realize even that's a trauma response.
Of course, 100%. I'm just saying it's like I said, it's all fucked up to begin with.
Yeah.
Because they had.
I don't know if that's a trauma response anymore.
It is a trauma.
What?
Hold up, time out. Wait. Don't tag me, my nigga.
No, I'm saying, Styles, when a woman really wants to be with you, they don't need all that.
No, you're right about that. I always say that. I don't know if that's a trauma response. I think that's an IG response, because I also think the women nowadays, they live off of IG. Everybody's saying certain things. Not everybody's starting to require other things. And some people do have trauma, and we have to give credence to those who are going through or suffering through those things. But there's also people just, oh, you see what she said her man wanted to do for her? And then she repeats what the girl said off of social media. And you and I both know that.
Do you realize that you don't necessarily have to go through the experience in order to get trauma, right? If you truly believe that what happened to this person is going to happen to you, you can get a trauma response just simply off of that. So hold on. So I agree with you with the IG thing, but it's also the fact that they're looking on IG and what they're seeing is niggas ain't shit.
No, I don't even think they seeing that. Nowadays they're not seeing that. Nowadays is the
every other post you see.
I don't see posts like that. I see
and your algorithm is working in your favor.
I see, and you and I both you bullshit, because we see this all the time. Girls on the, he can't take me. He not taking me to no Cheesecake Factory. Oh, I'm not eating here. Oh, he gotta buy me this before I get this. Nobody said, yo, that last nigga did this to me, that's why I'm getting this. We don't hear that. What we hear is, they ain't doing this if we ain't getting this. That's what you hear 99% of the time. Now, there are people that are going through their trauma. I'm not telling you that don't happen. But what we hear, the constant message now, whether you talking about Sexy Red, whether you talking about Cardi B, what the message is being portrayed, a nigga gotta give me this to get this. And that's the message that's being portrayed constantly, bro. So I don't know people
what
dealing
does
with
that tell you? That tells you that them situations are built off of transactional exchanges.
Changes, yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So that ain't, what is that? Then that's not love. That's not genuine interest.
Nah, definitely not genuine interest.
You know what I mean? Then, and then every time I tell guys, be mindful when you do that shit because you're going to lose them the way you got them. Meaning, you buy a woman, you buy her time, buy her affection, you buy her nice shit, and you get her on you, and you got her for a minute, you will lose her to somebody else who got more money that can buy her nice shit.
Payment, yeah.
Or on that month where you can't do it because money's slow, she's going to find another guy who can do what you couldn't do this month, but you did it for fucking 6 months behind, and that's it.
She's going to get repoed the same.
Yeah, she might spend the block to see if you can get something else, but you're going to find out that this dude is,
Yo,
too.
I was with shout out to Bills. He was on the phone with somebody talking shit, one of his homegirls. And she's
Bill
like,
Jones?
Yeah. So
Shout out to Bills.
shout out to Bills, right? Yeah. So Bills goes, the girl's like, yeah, I went out today with my ex, and he spent $800 on me today. He took me to brunch, he got me a massage. Oh yeah, he wake me up tomorrow morning. He gave me. And Bill's like, you gave him something? No, I ain't give him nothing. He know what time it is. He got to keep paying. That's what he do. I'm like, I'm just sitting on the phone. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, yo, this is your friend? Like, she's like, yeah. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, niggas fly me out. And I'm like, yo,
I could never.
Yo, this is crazy. And I want homeboy. I wish I could find homeboy to be like, you hear what she said?
Yeah, but that's not crazy because he ain't springing that shit on nobody. I don't want to hear that shit from fellas either. Y'all stop dealing with these women that they want you to fucking fly
them out. That's what I don't
understand. They know you want they want you to take
like
them
you ain't
to
got
the
no self-respect.
They know they want you to buy them shit. They're gonna tell you when they meet you. They're not gonna bust that shit on you 6 months later because they ain't got time to waste. I hate that shit. Like just keep it real. I just say you like women that you can use money or bullshit to get them. So then that's on you. You know what I mean? Nah.
Them niggas need therapy.
Listen, yeah, I like women who like me.
Like me.
Exactly.
I tell that's my shit.
Mutual
like me.
interest.
You like me?
Like me. As soon as the chick start talking about take me out, I'm not taking
nigga,
nowhere.
Fuck that. As soon as the chick starts trying to rap or sing in the car, that shit is over.
Ain't no quicker turn.
If you didn't tell me that, don't laugh. If you didn't.
And listen, I like to I like to have a good time with the ladies. Like, don't get me wrong. I like to go out and have a good time. But I want to do that on some genuine shit.
That's
I was.
Yes, but they will tell you. They give you the signs.
I was dating this girl not too long ago, right? And she kept telling me what men supposed to do and how men is supposed to do, and I keep saying what a woman supposed to do. So we went on a couple of dates and nice dates, and and not thoughtful dates. She's like, yo, man gotta think, man gotta do this, and he gotta come up with the idea to date. And we went on some real dope shit. She never did nothing. Not a motherfucking thing. And I just be laughing like, and I knew she wasn't gonna do nothing, but it's just like, yo, y'all just be talking, bro. Like, and to me, I just feel like y'all ain't even got nothing. Or y'all ain't got nothing to show for it. Because for me, I got something, and I got something to show for it, so it don't really matter to me. Like, y'all really you really need a nigga to do that? Like, I don't come from a mother like that. You know, so funny, just give you this thing. I was talking to my stepdad yesterday. Him and my mom was on the phone. And my stepdad, I was doing something for him, and he was like, yeah, I got to get this money. Because, when I go, whenever I go, I got to make sure your mother's straight. And in what he said, I heard love, right? Mm-hmm. But I also knew that my mom always made sure he's straight. You know what I'm saying? Since they've been together for 40 years, she always was attentive to him. He always been attentive to her. It's been a mutual interest on both sides.
But that's old school too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't see that type of shit, bro.
That's what I told you too, because he keeps talking about this woman like his mother, and I'm like, brother, that time is long. Because, and I'm gonna end it off with this, right? Because I'm gonna ask you this, right? The problem also is that there is no definition for a woman, right? When they say what is required to be a man, they're gonna say provide, protect. When you ask what's required to be a woman, there is no requirement.
Because the woman comes from the man.
Yeah, but it's just simply exists. So what I'm saying is, if a man doesn't provide and protect, he's less of a man.
Right.
A woman cannot cook, clean, nurture, and they're gonna tell you she's not your slave. You want to, like, literally, the only thing that's required to be a woman is to simply exist. There is no bar set anymore. There's no bar that they have to hit. All they have to do is exist. And it's so fucked up because even a woman that doesn't do what she has to do, the world tells her she still deserves a good man. Whereas a man that doesn't do what he has to do, the world says that he doesn't deserve a good woman.
They say that all the time. They be like, yo, if a guy don't got no job or you don't make a certain amount of money, you shouldn't even be thinking about dating.
Exactly.
That's true.
But a woman can have 20 kids, unemployed, on welfare, but she still want a high value man. And nobody says, nah, that's not for you. Like, it is what it is, man. But on that note, yo, Cisco.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate you for coming through, brother.
Get you no trouble. Just said, let me shut the fuck up when I left.
I just want to thank Moe and Styles for bringing me to the first ever podcast that almost never ends. Jesus.
Hold on. You got to do sleep care. Real quick.
I got to do the bathroom.
It's
been sitting here for 3 hours. You know
Brooklyn, we out.
BK.